I promised to do this months ago, so I'm so sorry that it's taken me this long to do it. Book recommendation video. Since lockdown, I've been reading a book a month, every month, and I'm really enjoying it. And a pile here of lots of books that I have read over the last couple of years. To start with, I thought I'll do a little recommendation of my favourites that I have read. No, these are not difficult reads. I like an easy read. I am a mum of two and I work. I do not need to be like plucking my brains out at night time trying to figure out a book or trying to like understand the context behind it. I need a nice easy read to enjoy. Okay, that one's my favourite. Definitely that one. Okay, we've got a little pile here to get us started with, and if you want a video on other ones that I definitely still recommend, it's just that these have been my favourites out of the ones that I've read so far. Starting off with Marion Keyes' Grown Up. This was the first book that I purchased to read during lockdown. It was the start of my new reading journey, if you will. It's like a sitcom in a book. It's so good. There are loads of different relationships and different characters with little scenarios that are all happening at once. This is actually coming out as a series, which I really hope they stick to the original storylines because I hate it when they completely change them. Keyes' Grown Up, definitely recommend. One that I really enjoyed was Page Toon, Someone I Used to Know. This is about a girl whose parents foster, and it's about her relationship with one of the boys that they foster. I really enjoyed this book, and I think actually I'm going to give this another read again soon. This is another book that I read more recently. I got recommended this after reading the Colleen Hoover It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us books. This is called Verity. It's like a little bit of a thriller novel, kind of. I really enjoy it. There's a little bit at the end where you kind of have to decide what you think is right or wrong or truthful or whatever, and I just really enjoyed this. I read this really quickly. Okay, this one is only a favourite because it's very special to me. This was the first book that my mum ever wrote. It's about a woman who looks after her mother with dementia. They eventually end up moving to Spain, a place called Nerja, which is where I used to live when we moved out there when I was younger. Lovely story. It's not big. If you fancy a read, it's on my Amazon storefront. This is a super easy read and it's a little bit kind of silly, but I really enjoyed this book. It's funny. It's one of those books where just like you can picture it so well, and kind of a bit like your favourite TV series. You just want to kind of know what happens next. Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine is literally such a heartbreaking book. It's so well written, it's so beautiful, it's such a tearjerker. I haven't cried for about 5 years, but if you are partial to tearing up, then this one will make you tear up. Absolutely loved this book. So we've got The Silent Patient. I read this month, so this was my March book. A woman who gets sent to a psychiatric unit after she kills her husband. She's completely silent, and it's about the doctor kind of like trying to find out why she's not talking and their journey together. Amazing ending. I absolutely loved this. Definitely worth a read. Really enjoyed this. And last but definitely not least, one of my favorite books I have ever read, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It's so well written. I just wanted to know what was happening next and next. I couldn't put it down. Our character Evelyn is just an absolute queen. You just can't believe how strong, how an incredibly resilient she is. Really like uplifting, and it just makes you want to be a boss bitch. 100% recommend without a doubt. Those are just some of my faves, but like I say, I have read many more, and definitely more that I recommend. Definitely the ones that stood out to me as my favorite books. If you've read any of those, I'd love to know your thoughts, and you can find them all in my Amazon storefront, in my link tree, in my bio.